What's going on, good people? I was posed a question yesterday by a very, very close friend of mine who's going through what I like to call traumatic life situation, traumatic life events. This person is in a relationship and there was an infidelity goings on the other side, not with this person. And after some apologies and after some back and forth and self reflection, this person decided to give the infidelity acting person a second chance, gave them a second opportunity to show that they can act right, let's just say. Not saying that in a relationship you have to act right, but there's compromise. When you're in a relationship, there's give and take on both sides in order to help the team win. That being said, this person, the person who committed the infidelity and was given a second chance to rectify said infidelity, decided, that's the key word there, decided, they chose. I believe heavily people choose what they do every day, all day. I don't think we can even count the amount of choices we as individuals have. Personally, I don't think that we're able to actually measure how many choices we make a day, either consciously or subconsciously. But I digress. This person gave that person a second opportunity, and what did this person do with it? They squandered it. They used the opportunity to show their real character of being untrustworthy and unworthy of being in the relationship. Now, the question that was posed to me by the person that was hurt was, why does this happen to me? I'm a good person. I do all the things I'm supposed to do. I help people. I have a good heart. So why would something this traumatizing happen to me? And I believe it's a question that a lot of people, a lot of us go through every day. You know, the world is filled with givers and takers. It's an easy way to see it. Superheroes and villains. You know, there's people who love to give. It's in their nature. They don't need reciprocation. They don't need anything back. They're happy to give what they can to who they can, with the hopes that that person, because now they are able to give, will do the same in the future. At least that's how I try to be. I know there's a lot of us out there that move in this motion, and a lot of us that move in this motion, that give in this nature, that give in this way, are traumatized in the act itself. We're traumatized in continuing to be ourselves and do as we do. Because I believe if you are someone who is a giver and you're hurt by somebody who's not a giver, who just takes and then blames you for giving, that's another conversation we'll have later. But if you're someone like that, you've dealt with a multitude of people who come into your life. They pretend to be of good heart. They pretend to be of good nature. They pretend to want to give. Maybe they even believe they want to give, but in reality, they just take. All they do is take, and blame. It's always taking and blaming. And when you're engulfed with people who just do that continuously, you become traumatized in the effect of, you don't want to give to anybody anymore. You become withdrawn. You become selfish instead of selfless. And that's a choice in itself, because you're choosing to allow someone else's actions, not even someone else's actions, a person that's not good's actions, you allow them to alter the way you move now. So when you allow a shitty person to make you or to help you choose to not be as you are. You inherently are letting them win. You're giving them the accolades of ruining not only your life, because now you're most likely in this zone of sadness. I'm not going to say depression, but you're in this zone of sadness where you want to be you. You want to continue to help and give and do for others, but you don't want to get screwed over in the process. You don't want to help someone with their problems and then their problems become your problems, because your problems are definitely not going to become their problems. I don't know if there's a multitude of people like this, or how I feel in this life at this point, where I realized I was going through my own text messages, my own social medias, just was scrolling through everything and just, recapping as I do. And I noticed something. I noticed a pattern. The pattern was people usually reached out to me for their own reasons. I don't have a lot of people that just reach out to me just to say hi, that reach out to me just to check on me, make sure I'm good, that actually care about my well-being. That's not family. And in that sentence, in that mindset, or in that discovery, I realized, wow, I thought I had all these friends, but I don't have all these friends. I just have a bunch of people that I know that are friendly when they need something. And I can automatically tell when someone's hitting me up because they need something, because it starts off with, hey man, how you doing? A fake how you doing. I challenge you to go through your messages. I challenge you to go through your texts, your social media, and count how many real friends you have that check on you, and how many people reach out to you because you're able to provide them something that they cannot deliver themselves. But back to my situation, back to my friend's situation. This person gave that person a second chance, and they decided to continue on with their infidelity. You feel me? So they're going to like couples therapy with the church, and that person's acting like like they want to get back together, and they're sorry and doing all the signs and all the stuff that one does when they behave in that nature in a relationship. Meanwhile, sneaking around and still doing the same shit they were doing before the breakup. So when my friend asked me, why is this happening to me? I'm a good person. A lot of people think that. Why do bad things happen to good people? It's best answered from the Bible. The answer is best found in the Bible. It's a book called Habakkuk, Habakkuk, Habakkuk. It's like a two chapters or 2 pages in the Bible. And I would dive into it. I would. But I really want you, the listener, to go look it up, because it's such a small book. It would take you maybe 5 minutes to read it. And when you read it, you'll understand why good things happen to bad people, and why bad things happen to good people. I believe if you read that chapter, you read that book of the Bible, it will break down to you very simply why God allows these things. 1. 2, I also believe that people are inherently good. You got good people. You have people. When you're born, you're just a person. It's your choices that determine your character. So you're a person who makes good decisions with good intent, right? Then somewhere down the line, people become good people that make bad decisions, right? And then somewhere down the line, because they make so many bad decisions, they become bad people that make bad decisions. And then you have the people who know that they're bad people. They've come to grips with their decisions that they've made, and they're trying to make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? And all that matters in the whole thing is intent. Because if you have good decisions, if you make good decisions and you're a good person, but you move with bad intent, you're not really a good person, because you're always moving with this hidden agenda, this unsaid fine print. But I digress once more. I believe that people do what they do because of who they are, meaning the decisions they've made that's got them to where they are today. So who they are and what they're going through in their life. So yesterday's choices have brought us to the choices we're able to make today, good or bad. And the choices we make today, good or bad, determine what choices we can make tomorrow, in the future. So you have people that feel that they're surrounded by bad choices. I have no choice type mentality, not realizing that they brought themselves to this point. And the only way to get out of this point is to purposefully make good decisions. But they're so deep in their regression that they can't even see that. The worst part about this whole thing is that this person who did no wrong, who did no infidelity, feels like they're stupid, feels like they're wrong, they did something wrong, they're messing up. So this piece of shit who's committing these infidelities is somehow blaming this person for their choice. And you get to a point when you're in your spirit, where you're just like, you want to give up, because it's like, I've given everything to this person. Now they're blaming me for their choices. It's kind of appalling and disrespectful, in my opinion. But I just wanted to speak on this briefly, and I need people to realize that, hey, people choose to do what they do when they choose to do it for their own reasons. And if somebody gets hurt because of that, they didn't intentionally want to do it to hurt anybody, I would say. But if they could make $1 today and someone else has to pay for it, they'll jump on that option immediately. You just were that person that had to pay for it today.